everybody, what's up? What's up? Happy Sunday. I hope everybody had a great weekend. Um, and let me say hi to the people and let's get into this review, child. Hey, Nikki. Let me Kush, what's up, my love? Hey, Amber, Layla, hey. Oh, well, happy birthday. Everybody drop a happy birthday for Layla if you haven't already. Thank you so much. Happy birthday. And blessed to see another rotation around the sun, my love. Hey, Stephanie, Eb, hey, Cameron. Hey, Cross Country, thank you so much. Cross Country Cruise has been watching my videos and leaving comments, and I appreciate you, my love. Montrez, hey, Raven, Corey, what's up, what's up? Hey, Jonathan. Hey, Yana, what's up, everybody? Hey. So, listen, let's get into this review, child. First of all, let me just say this, just in case I forget to say it. Child, can somebody please can somebody Drew, come here. Drew, I need you to just start telling the truth. Listen, you be lying when the truth will do. You just be making up lie about. Okay? You are not still doing the 21-day challenge on Drop It with Drew when the website ain't even up. Okay? It was a $1,000 lawsuit. It was not $10,000. Girl, you be lying when the truth will do. Damn. Stupid. See, when people lie about stupid stuff, it make me nervous. Because if you lie about the dumb stuff and the stupid stuff and the little stuff, baby, it make me nervous. It makes me think, what happened when it's the big stuff? All right, let me get into this. I just wanted to say that because I might forget because I didn't really take any notes. So I'm going off the dome. But I said I can't forget that Drew just was lying the whole time. Drew got diabetes. Yes, diabetes. Right, exactly. If you lie about the small stuff, baby, you will lie about the big things. It just wasn't necessary. We already figured out that Drop It with Drew ain't even your situation. You just were a spokesperson. You were just the face of it. So it was okay to say, listen, that contract ran out, child. I don't even do that no more. Anyway, it's Todd's fault. It probably is, child. It probably is. Let's get into this. All right, let's get into this. So this episode takes place after the holidays, right? Now, Drew is getting together. She's doing a mental health retreat with her sister. Now, I'm going to say this. Now, Drew, I just got finished giving you a lot. But let me give you this too, Drew. I personally really do appreciate the fact that you have brought your sister into your storyline and you have woven in her challenges. I respect that. I do think that mental health is something we do need to talk more about. And be more open and free with and understand it. I think people don't understand it. It's not a one brush situation. Mental health looks differently for different people, and it doesn't. Anyway, so I like the fact that they were having this mental health retreat. So we see them setting up and getting ready for the mental health retreat. She's with her sister. That's cool. Then we see Sonya and Ross. Now, I normally don't really give Sonya and Ross a whole lot, but congratulations. Sonya let Ross know that she was pregnant. And then it was real cute how they told the family. They called the family into the room, and they had little hoodies. And on Sonya's hoodie, it says "we're," and on Ross's hoodie, it said "pregnant." And it was cute the way they told the family, even though her mama didn't catch it. Child, her mom wasn't paying attention to them damn jerseys. To them sweatshirts. Her mama ain't see nothing. She was like, turn around again because I don't know what y'all talking about. But Drew, let me give you a little piece too. Sonya, let me give you a little piece. Now, you said in your confessional, it's kind of hard, that we're trying to plan this family, this addition to our family at the same time that my family has decided to move out. Girl, you put them out. Can we go back? Roll that beautiful beam footage. You put them out. They didn't decide to leave. You told them that Ross said it was time for it to be just y'all. They didn't just say, hey, girl, we done. What's up, Natalie? So that just made me, yes, Ross, yeah, Ross is fine. Facts, I started having extreme panic attacks that raised my blood pressure and impaired my vision. I'm not on medication and in the best health of my life. Well, first of all, I'm sorry to hear that, Nikki, and I'm glad that you got the help you needed. But absolutely, and mental health does affect your physical health. It is all connected. Um, right. You told your sister and your mama. I talked to Ross, and you know, Ross decided, because remember you tried to throw it off on Ross. Ross decided that it's time for us to be alone. Baby, your sister was like, that's congratulations, we found an apartment. Baby, that sister is not giving, she is not giving Sonya nothing. Do you hear me? Baby, sister said, that's so nice, we found an apartment. And mama was like, yeah, we stand at the same apartment complex. Now, personally, that's what I said way back when this had happened. Remember, I said that. I said back then, why didn't you just say, listen, we made this agreement for a year. What are you guys looking at? Like, you ready to move? Let me help you find something. Hell, I don't care if you bought the house across the street. Child. Yeah, this is open metals. Right. Sis said, what you not gonna do? You already tried to make me the nanny. What you not gonna do is make me the nanny for 2 kids. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You don't believe what? Simply you don't believe who? Sonya. Hey Phil, what's up, my love? So anyway, I'm happy for you. Congratulations, all that good stuff. Moving on. Ralph and Drew go on date night. Oh, you don't blame her. Oh, got you. I feel like this is where production is trying to bring in these storylines. With Drew and Ralph to start this downward decline of the marriage situation, so we can get to the end where we know she filed for divorce. Listen, I ain't never been married. So I certainly don't have advice on how to be married, how to get married, and how to stay married, because that ain't my story. But y'all went out for the date. Drew is telling you, listen, 2023 about to be good for me. You know, I got this movie, we got this music coming out, and we need to figure this out. And Ralph's response was, well, I'm gonna be busy too. I'm gonna be traveling too. And Drew was like, well, we'll work it out. Like, we'll figure it out. But I think it's a good thing that both of our careers are moving. Like, it's a good thing, right? And Ralph was just like, well, I'm gonna be moving more than I'm gonna be traveling more than I was before. And first of all, don't nobody even know what you do. So then they were talking about therapy. Ralph said he don't need no therapy. He said that if he had kept going to therapy, they'd have been divorced. Drew said he stopped going to therapy because the therapist was holding him accountable. Like, you need to pay attention to these things. Again, I'm not saying that it's all Ralph's fault. That is not what I'm saying at all. But what I am saying is Ralph seems like the type of person that does not want to take any accountability for anything he may have contributed. I'm not saying it's all Ralph and Drew is innocent. Drew probably got some shit with her too. I'm certain Drew got some shit with her. But it does sound like Drew is trying to put the work in. She's going to therapy, she's listening, and she's trying to take heed to what the therapist is saying. And it does sound to me like she's trying. But if you ran, and again, we know Drew be lying, so I can't say that's when Ralph stopped. But according to Drew, Ralph stopped when the therapist started holding him accountable and basically putting the mirror in front of his face. Um, girl, girl, I just don't have nothing else to say. Like, I honestly just don't have nothing else to say, because then after that, she said, then Rob gonna say, I want us to be like Barack and Obama. Now, I'm sure that was just a slip of the tongue, but I'm gonna need you to stop comparing you and Drew's marriage to other people, especially if you're not willing to put the work in. Didn't Michelle Obama just do a whole book tour and write a whole book telling y'all that she didn't even like her husband for 10 years? Didn't she tell y'all that? She got all this criticism. People said it just sounded like she just complaining about her marriage all the time. No, excuse me. No, she letting all y'all people know who want to keep saying y'all want to be like Barack and Michelle, that this Barack and Michelle situation was hard work and it didn't happen overnight. And guess what, Ralph? They went to therapy. Excuse me. Give me a second, y'all. Same. I cut out all the people that made trigger minds. Like, oh yeah, I'm glad y'all are having that conversation, Corey. Again, thank you for sharing as well. And like Corey said, that she will always deal with it. But I'm glad that you are getting yourself the help and the tools to deal with it. And I'm glad that you and Nikki are able to have that conversation. It was the best thing for Drew. Just simply said, "Oh my gosh, he is so delusional, and I believe he may be. I think that's abusive in various ways. Well, I definitely feel like he's mentally abusive. I do think he plays games with Drew. Here's the problem, and here's what I think has really truly happened with Drew and Ralph's relationship. It's easy to live in. It's easy to live in your own world when you don't have a mirror. I think them going on TV helped put that mirror in front of Drew. That very first season, when that fool disappeared and went to Tampa and then got mad when she dared question him and dared try to hold him accountable for him walking his happy ass out the house and not saying nothing and disappearing for 3-4 days. I mean, he was indignant. Because here's the reality. I don't believe that was the first time it's happened. I think it was just the first time that Drew questioned him. And the only reason why Drew questioned him is because that camera was in her face. Hey, Rob, what's up? So I really feel like that is what's going on with Drew. That she is starting to see her marriage through other people's eyes. And she's starting to see what other people have probably been trying to tell her. We see that her sister tried to tell her, remember her sister said that her and Ralph never got along. Right. Her and Ralph never got along because your sister was probably trying to tell you that Ralph ain't the one, ain't the answer. You feel what I'm saying? But anyway, child, let's go on and move on because I ain't about to spend all day on Ralph and Drew ass. So then we see. So anyway, after that, Drew said that basically their relationship has been going downhill ever since then, child. So then we see Kenya, Candy, and Shamia. And Kenya wants to talk to Shamia and Candy about surrogacy because she is seriously considering doing surrogacy because she does have those embryos. She's got baby fever. She said that Mark, I guess she has control of the embryos. And people were saying that to me when I was talking. Yeah, I think that's why Drew lied too. She tried to make it bigger than what it was. I get that, but girl, it was $1,000, and I get it. You fought it on principle, fine, fight it on principle, but it was still $1,000, however you slice it. But people were explaining to me, well, Mark, Kenya has control of those embryos, and Mark doesn't have anything to do with them. Blah 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 blah. Listen, I understand the legality of it. The legality of it is fine. I'm talking about the fact that this man is a whole asshole. And he has made your life miserable for the last 3 or 4 years. And you are putting yourself in a position to have another child by him. I'm just saying, I'm understanding the legality of it. But Mark just don't seem like that type of person. Brooklyn was too cute in that confessional talking about that napkin in her lap. And yes, my girl Cynthia got a confessional too. Yes, so Cynthia got herself a whole confessional in this episode, honey. Better go ahead, Miss. Well, actually, she had a confessional last episode too. Um, her sister knew the signs because she was going through it herself. Yeah. Yeah, Mayetta's husband is a cutie too. He's a cutie too. So, and I feel like that's where Candy and Shamia were a little hesitant as well when you start talking about the fact that it is still technically Mark's. Yes, Cynthia did come back being messy, Jonathan. She sure did. She sure did. So how would it work? Brooklyn would go visit Mark while the new baby stayed home with Kenya. That's what I'm saying. That is just tricky. I mean, I understand the legality of it, but it's just you're still talking about bringing a child into this situation, and it's just that's gonna have to say like right. That's a good question, Nikki. The two kids are gonna have the same father, but the father has no legal ties to the second. It's just tricky, and I'm not saying that Kenya should not have that child. It's her child. They're her embryos, and she wants another baby. I'm just saying that it just sounds very tricky. It's just very tricky. But anyway, um, he may not have legality of the embryos, but he'll have a legality of the child that germinated, and she'll further be in the hole with legal shit with him. That's what I just think she would be better off. And again, I know it's tricky, y'all, and I know it ain't easy. I'm not getting ready to make it easier said than done. But she might be better off just finding a surrogate. I mean, finding a sperm donor and just doing an anonymous sperm donor. She just might be better off. But anyway, Kenya needs to give Mark the sign over his rights to Brooklyn. I don't think he's ever going to do that. I don't think he would ever do that, and she can't make him. Hey Xavier, what's up, boo? Yeah. So, even though it's been very hard to give viable embryos, Mark playing dad to one and not the other would be detrimental to them. And yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, again, I certainly can't tell Kenya what to do, but I just think she'd be better off getting a sperm donor, personally. But anyway, now you know. So then they was talking about Sheree having this birthday dinner that none of them was invited to, right? And baby, not Drew, Sonya went around telling everybody how Martell had to cash at them for the money. Baby, they went to Nubu, and the bill came to $1,500, and Martell needed. Baby, they said Martell was at the table texting the ladies, talking about something. He need money. He need them to cash at him. First of all, sir, now I ain't saying nothing bad about the Cash App because y'all know listen, I have a Cash App. Sometimes y'all give me y'all donate to my Cash App, and it is much appreciated. So this is nothing negative about a Cash App. And I have a Cash App card. Okay, well, yeah, I have a Cash. Well, I need to get a new one. But anyway, and I don't have no problem using my Cash App card. I go to the store, blick up, blick up, blick up. But let me tell you something, sir. If you are going to Nubu, that is the kind of restaurant where you don't play no games. You were supposed to already have that money sitting on your Amex or your MasterCard. You wasn't even supposed to be going in there with that. Do y'all know that some high-end restaurants don't even take debit cards? I mean, not debit cards, Cash App cards. Y'all do know that, right? There are some high-end restaurants that don't even take Cash App cards. I'm just saying. Correct. When you go into a restaurant, first of all, it was what, like 8 or 9 of them. So what was it? Well, no, it was her, Martell, and it was at least 4 other people. So you figure it was 6 of them. And when you go into a restaurant where the appetizers were probably $30, and Naboo is one of them, that's one of them restaurants where the appetizers were probably $30. If each one of them ordered an appetizer, hell, that was a couple of $100 before they even got to the entree. And I'm sure they ordered drinks, and I'm sure they had dessert. It was her birthday. I'm sure they at least ordered some dessert. Child, $1,500 really ain't shit. To be perfectly honest with you, hell, I done been out to dinner with friends, and we wasn't even at no Nubu. And we done had $1,500 bills. We sure have. You order appetizer, an entree, a dessert times 7 or 8, and you at a restaurant where the appetizers start at $30. Shit. Child. It is a mortgage. Listen, it is a mortgage payment, but I'm just saying. Oh, let me do this. Let me see. Y'all making me do math now. Y'all making me do math now. How much? How many of them was it? It was at least 7 or 8 of them. I'm gonna just say 7 for the sake of conversation. I would just say 7. That's only $200 a person. Y'all ain't never went to a restaurant and y'all bill came to $200. I'm just saying. I'm not even being funny, y'all. I mean, and I'm not saying it like I do this on a regular basis or I'm rich or nothing. But I'm just saying, $214. Let's divide. Let's look at that. Okay, so we divide by 3. So if you get an appetizer that's $30, and let's say you order a surf and turf that's $60, $70. And then you order alcoholic beverage, the alcoholic beverage is going to be at least $15 a piece. Let's say you got 2 alcoholic beverages. That's 30, 60. That's 60. That's $120 right there. That's $120 right there. And you ain't ordered, and then you add dessert, add another $30 to that. Add your tax and your tip, baby. You had $214. Add your tax and your tip, $214. I'm sure the drinks did. I'm sure because all of them, I'm sure, ordered at least 2 cocktails. All of them ordered at least 2 cocktails, and them cocktails was $20 a piece. Them cocktails was $20 a piece. Times 7. That's $140 right there off of just, and that's only if people ordered 2 drinks. Somebody ordered 3. I'm just saying, I understand what y'all are saying, but for a high-end restaurant like Naboo, neither here nor there, he should have had the damn money to take his girlfriend out. And if you didn't have the money, then you shouldn't have ordered, like you shouldn't have been, because here's the thing. I'm sure all right. I pulled up the Naboo here in DC, right? I'm going to just look at the menu. Let's just look at the menu. Let's just look at the menu. Let's just look at the menu, right? So this is Naboo. Is this the same Naboo? Okay, I want to make sure it's the same, in the same range, okay? If you order, I'm going to just randomly go something. They have a set menu, right? They have a set menu because the set menu is $68. That's a Bonito box. I don't know if this is the same one because this one's not that expensive. I mean, it is, but it isn't. They have stuff on here that's reasonable, but then they also have stuff on here that's high end. Hell, the lobster salad is $64, y'all. The lobster salad is $64. Y'all know somebody ordered that damn lobster salad. Y'all know somebody ordered that lobster salad, and that was $64. But they do have stuff on there that's approved. I mean, that's reasonable. Now, Xavier said, I think the only person he should have had to pay for was Sheree. Here's what I'm gonna say. I think that should have been clear before they got there of whether he was paying or not. The fact that he asked them for money at the table in a sneaky way like that tells me that wasn't clear. I'm gonna tell you that's something my mama don't like. My mama does not like that. My mother said that she does not like when she's invited to people's birthday situations. And now she doesn't, I mean, let me say this before. My mother understands that everybody's situation is different. I just know that. But I remember when we threw my mom a 70th birthday party, and we had it at a restaurant, a restaurant that she likes. She was like, I don't want my people to have to pay. They shouldn't have to come for my birthday and pay. That's how my mama felt. So I understand what you're saying, Xavier, but I think that that's a conversation that needs to be clear before you get there. Because when I go out for friends' birthdays, I do expect to pay. I expect that not only do I expect to pay, but I also expect to put something on their meal. So I understand that, but it sounds like they didn't think that they was paying for nothing. So I don't know if they assumed it or if Martell made it seem like he was big dog balling it. And then when he got there, he needed the money. But either way, child, you know they was going to talk about it. Let me tell you something. At this point in my life, one of my biggest pet peeves is arguing over a bill. I will not, I am not. I will not, I am not. I will not, I am not. I'm not about to split. I'm not arguing over no bill. I'll pay the whole damn thing before I sit in the middle of a restaurant and argue over a bill. I'm not. And I promise you, at this grown age that I am right now, I promise you, if you ever put me in a position where we arguing over a bill in the middle of a damn restaurant, baby, that's the last time me and you ever breaking bread. And I mean that. I mean that. I can't stand it. Anyway, child, moving on. That's true, Xavier. That's true. Um, child. Somebody got mad at me one time because I asked about my part of the meal. I was like, how much do I owe? And I wasn't trying to argue over the bill. I was just trying to be like, no, I was like, let me see the bill. That's what it was. I was like, let me see the bill. Because again, I always pay more than what I owe. I always pay more than what, let me say one more time for the people in the back. I always pay more than what I owe. And so I was just like, let me see the bill. And they wouldn't let me see the bill. My thing is this, if you paying, just tell me you paying. I'll stop asking. But I don't assume anything when it comes to money. I don't make any assumptions. So if you paying the bill, just say you paying the bill. Whatever, Jonathan. You be giving me a hard time. Child. But it does need to be clear before y'all go out. So I agree with y'all on that. Maybe Martell was not clear. Maybe they assumed. I don't know. But we know Martell ain't got no damn money. She said that, and you knew and listen, and you know Sheree lied about what that man did. Did y'all see when production asked her, what did he get you for your birthday? And she said, huh? What? Oh, he got me an Alexander McQueen bag. Sheree, you was lying. You can always tell when Sheree be lying because Sheree get the stuttering. When Sheree lying, she get the stuttering. And baby, the way she stuttered out that answer, I said, girl, and then she gonna say, I was very surprised because he normally doesn't buy the high-end stuff. Martell can't spell Alexander McQueen. The only way Martell Holt bought you an Alexander McQueen anything is if you took him to the store, picked it out, put it on the counter, and he put down his Cash App card. Baby, that's the only way he paid for an Alexander McQueen bag. Ma'am, stop. Moving on. So then we get to the table read for the movie with Candy and Drew. And it's awkward because listen, it's awkward because thank you, H. Fisher. Because basically Candy like, listen, I done moved on. She said in the moment she was mad because Drew called her a liar. She said, but in hindsight, it was just stupid. So she understands in hindsight that the whole argument was just dumb. But and then production gonna ask Drew, has Candy apologized? Candy ain't about to apologize because in Candy's mind, she not wrong. Now I wasn't there, child. At this point, I wasn't there, and I don't even know. And I promise you, I don't care no more. But in Candy's mind, she saw what she saw, whether she saw it or not. And what's funny is Drew had the nerve to be like, well, I think she was fantasizing or whatever. And we all know that out of everybody in that group, the one person that don't drink is Candy. Candy very seldom drinks. And she damn sure don't drink to get drunk. Because she said she doesn't like that feeling. So that's why she doesn't even really drink a lot. And when she does drink, she don't drink to get drunk. Candy one of them people that probably order a real a mixed drink and let the ice melt in it and halfway drink that. Like I just feel like she does it just to have a glass on her table if she does drink. Candy don't be drinking, child. Anyway. Moving on, child. Moving on. So we get to the health retreat and it looks nice, right? Everybody wore white. So I guess that was the assignment. Everybody had to wear white. Some people don't understand white from off-white from winter white, but that's cool, child. Do you? Okay. Now they made a big deal about the fact that Ralph didn't speak to Drew and he went around the room and he spoke to everybody else. Now listen. I hate when people make me have to defend a F-boy, because that's what Ralph is. But I got to defend Ralph on this one. Ralph was standing there. Drew was walking up to him. He was getting ready to hug Drew. Drew curved him and hugged Ross. So Ralph was like, oh, all right then. So then Ralph went and hugged everybody else in that room except for his wife. Now, I don't mean no harm. I ain't mad at Ralph for that one. It was petty. It was. But I see why he did it. He was getting ready to hug her. And she curved him. Now, Drew said that he been acting funny since date night. He done moved out the bedroom and everything else. So it was more going on in that moment. But honestly, I understand that the other ladies in the confessional was talking about how he hugged everybody. But I don't know if they caught that. I caught it because I saw it the first time. They didn't even have to give me the replay. I saw it the first time. I said, Drew was walking her husband and then cut over and gave Ross a hug. Now, let's be clear. Ross is a fine mama. Shut your mouth. So I ain't mad at you for sliding over there and get you a good old hug in. But you know your husband, Petty. What's up, Chris? Yeah, your husband, Petty. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'd have done the same thing. Call me Petty. I'd have done the same thing. Oh, you hugged him before you hugged... you hugged her before you hugged me? Bad. They are both petty, child. And that's why I say I don't put all of this on... I don't put everything on Ralph, but I'm just saying, like... So anyway, they had to drop it with Drew workout. And of course, Marlo, shady ass, had to be shady in her confessional and look up the fact that the website still ain't working. Listen, Drew, I said this at the beginning of my video. It's okay. It's really okay for you to just be like, girl, drop it with Drew done dropped. Like, people do that all the time. We see this on these shows all the time. One season, people are hyping stuff up and they, yeah. The reality is people hype stuff up as long as that contract is good. When the contract run out, you don't hear them talking about that shit no more. Why? Because they never cared about it no way. Okay? They were just getting paid to advertise. Then the ladies went upstairs to meditate. Listen, this is what I'm going to say to people. I have not been able to master the art of meditation. I have tried it. I have tried it. I don't know if... listen, I'm not good at clearing my head enough to meditate on these situations. When I go for my acupuncture, I try... Like my acupuncturist, she plays. Sometimes she'll play a meditation tape while I'm laying there. I mean, I say tape. You know what I'm saying? Like one of those like apps that have like the little meditation exercises. It ain't really worked too well for me. However, for the people who can meditate and get into it, then meditate and get into it. You know. Marlo wasn't here for it. She said it smelled like people's feet. Sheree was sitting there with her eyes wide open talking about Drew got all of this from her and the trip to Portugal. Girl. Candy was crying, you know. It doesn't hurt me, Fisher, but I've never been afraid of needles. I've never had an issue with needles. But it doesn't hurt. I mean, it's a little prick. You know, there are parts of my body where I feel it more than others, but it's still just a prick. It's just a little, but it doesn't hurt. Once it's in, that's it. You don't feel it. Once it's in, you don't feel it. But there's certain parts of my body, like I've told you guys before, when she puts it in my ear, it hurts in my ear. I don't like it in my ear. I mean, when she puts it in my ear, that's supposed to help with appetite suppressant. But ooh, child. But for the most part, anywhere else, exactly correct. I can't do more than 3 to 5 minutes. My brain just be like, I try to clear my brain, and when I try to clear my mind, I try to just vision being on the beach, because y'all know that's my happy place, is the beach. So I try to listen to the waves and hear the wave. See, y'all got me going left. Let me get back to this damn review. So after they do the meditation, the ladies are sitting down to have lunch, and here is where Cynthia Bailey gets messy. Oh Lord, Jonathan, be quiet. Anyway, does it work? I think it's helpful. I mean, it's not a cure-all for me, but it's helpful. It's very helpful. I do it more for my legs, so it's helpful. Y'all know I have nerve damage in my legs, so sometimes my legs bother me. It's helpful. It's definitely helpful. So we at the table, and first, Drew, they talking about that lawsuit. Don't care. We already talked about that lawsuit. And then she was saying how she had a moment of vulnerability when they were in Portugal, and blah blah blah, child, blah blah blah. So then Cynthia gonna say, well, I heard that the group is divided, so who's on whose side? I said, oh, Cynthia is being messy. Y'all, I was so shocked at Cynthia being messy. I said, no, the hell she didn't. Baby, I was so shocked at Cynthia being messy. I ain't even gonna lie. I was so shocked. So then they started talking about who's on whose side. And of course, all the people on the other side talking about something. There's no sides. There's no sides. We're not on no sides. So then they started talking about what happened in Portugal when what was it, Marlo, Sheree, and Drew. I mean, not Drew, Sonya were all in cousin Courtney's face and about Drew. And baby, she called that she. Now listen, I'm like Marlo. The word bitch just rolls off my tongue. First of all, I cuss anyway. I have a potty mouth, okay? The word bitch just rolls off my tongue. I don't mean it in any way. Like, I don't be calling people bitches. I don't be trying to say you a bitch. But I will slide off with and I've gotten a lot better with it, because I know everybody doesn't appreciate the word. So I've gotten a lot better with letting it slide out my mouth. But I do it all the time. I'll be like, bitch, what? Girl, bitch. I do it all the time. So I don't think that Courtney meant it in a way that was like, Drew is right? But even when they played it back and she said it, she was like, and that bitch said, I don't think she meant. Now the problem though, again, cousin Courtney, you sat there and swore up and down you ain't say it. You swore up and down you didn't say it. And they literally, in the next breath, you said, I don't even use words like that. Yeah, bitch. Girl, you literally said it in the next sentence. Yes, my Yada was like, that's what you said. You call her a bitch. You said it. Now, y'all know that production is going to roll that beautiful bean footage. Roll that beautiful bean footage. And at the end of the day, baby, it came back that is exactly what you said. You called that woman a bitch. Okay. And I love how Manyata held on to that little tidbit. I love how Manyata held on to that little tidbit, because she didn't say all that last week. Okay. But at the end of the day, it was what it was. So then the ladies are taking a group picture, and Sonya has on her tank top, I'm pregnant. So she showed, and then it was in the picture, and then she sent the picture to the ladies, and then they saw it, and it was cute. I thought it was cute. Listen, I'm here for ladies finding cute ways of telling people, especially their friend group, that they're pregnant. I thought it was cute. Drew was like, Sonya always gotta be extra. She could have just said I'm pregnant, but I thought it was cute, y'all. I mean, and y'all know I don't be giving Sonya a lot, but I really thought it was cute. You know what I'm saying? I really thought it was cute. But she pregnant, and we seen the maternity pictures. She must be damn near due, because this was January when this happened. So she must be getting ready to pop. Okay, she got to be due within the next couple of weeks, honey. But anyway, it was a moment. I appreciate it. So, child, last but not least, we see Drew meeting with her therapist. Listen. I loved how her sister was like, you need me to go on that therapy session with you? Because basically, I feel like her sister is like, listen, I wasn't really feeling right before, but now that I'm down here, I'm living here, and I'm seeing it, and I see all that's going on, baby, I'm whatever's going to help you walk away. She lost that one? Oh, no, I didn't know that, Cameron. Oh, no, I did not know that. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry to hear that. Okay, so she's pregnant again. Okay, she's pregnant with the rainbow baby. Okay, I did not know she lost that baby. Oh my gosh, I did not know that. I'm happy for her blessing. Ooh, I hate to hear that. I'm happy for her blessing. Happy for her blessing. So basically, the therapist, in the nicest way that he could say it without saying you need to leave that man, told her she need to leave that man. I mean, and he was doing it in a way like a therapist is supposed to do it. He was asking her the questions for her to come up with the answers for her to make her own decision. And at the end of the day, again, I'm not putting no blame, because I think when a marriage falls apart, I think there are a lot of factors. I mean, unless it's an extreme situation, I think there are a lot of factors that go into it. And I don't think there usually is one person to blame, even if it's infidelity and stuff like that. I think that, sometimes there are other factors that can be at play. I'm not defending infidelity. That's not what I'm saying. But I think sometimes there are other factors at play. And so I say all that to say, I just feel like child, in the words of the great Babyface, via Boys to Men, although we've come to the end of the road. That's how I feel. I just feel like that's what it is. I'm just saying that's how I feel. I ain't got nothing else for Drew, Ralph, or this marriage. I've been telling her to divorce that man since he disappeared to Tampa. Cause I be damn. I did too, Cameron. I thought this was a pretty decent episode. Ain't nobody worried about Ralph fighting for nothing. Ralph, go somewhere. Go to the left. To the left, to the left. Child. And again, I ain't saying Drew is all right and Ralph is all wrong. But yes, please hit the likes. There's 120, 80 y'all in the room. If everybody can hit that like button, I appreciate it. We're about to get out of here. Don't forget the Whether You Like It or Not panel tomorrow night is going to be on Giving You the Real Tease channel. We do have, I believe we have a guest that's going to be joining us. I haven't confirmed that with Scotty, but join us over there. And I will talk to y'all later. Mwah. I don't know if I'm gonna get Real Housewives of New York out tonight. I'm getting ready to go watch Big Brother, so I definitely will get Big Brother out tonight. But Real Housewives of New York is gonna just depend on how late it is. It's already 10 o'clock. So, All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.